All right, welcome back everybody to Project COVID 1953, our 1953 Chevy 150. And let me update you on the rear suspension, what we did with it. The rear suspension was already changed out when I got it. It did not have the torque tube, all one piece rear end. It had a second gen 10 bolt, corporate 10 bolt out of Camaro or a Firebird or something like that. And it's a 373 Posi unit. So it's a good, especially being an 8.5, it's more than enough to handle the small block Chevy that I'm going to be running in it. So I'm staying with that. So I pulled the differential out. It had some oddball things on it. It had traction bars that were kind of welded up and modified, kind of weird. So I took them off. It still has the stock leaf springs on it. Since I'm running the 350 and I didn't go with a big block or an LS, I'm fine with the stock leaf springs. So I pulled them as well, cleaned them up, painted them, and then also cleaned and painted the differential. And I'm using the rust encapsulator paint. And from Port 15, you can use Port 15 as a good one, or Eastwood has their own as well. And then also sandblasted and painted the drums. I ended up having that all set up. And then from there, I ended up getting rid of the traction bars and went with, because I ended up getting 2-inch lowering blocks for it, raised it up, or raised the differential up closer to the body, so it's going to drop a couple inches to get me the stance I want. So I got all of that done, and it's all set up. The pinion angle's really good, and new U-bolts. I'll eventually put a new differential cover on it, but it's all set up. And if I have to add traction bars, I'll probably go with Caltrax or something like that if needed, but I don't think I will. So we'll see how that goes. But that's done, and getting ready to move on to something else. Stay tuned.